Hello traders, Sid here with another trade recap, and let's start this video with market recap. So today Nasdaq continued its bull run that we saw yesterday, and it was kind of like a continuation of that. But considering that we are having this bearish rising wedge, so we need to consider that as well. And we just bounce off from this support, and the top two the other two resistance are 16398 and 16409. So these are the two levels we need to watch, because currently the market is very much like a news based, and one bad news and we can go back or pull back a little bit more, or retesting this resistance. And if we broke that, then we will test this resistance line, which is around like 16343. So that's Nasdaq. S&P 500 is providing the similar action, almost like all the major tech stocks and all the stocks that are pushing the market up or down. They are like in the same formation, like a rising wedge, and that's a concerning factor, at least for me. That's why I'm very much cautious, and I'm not like swinging positions overnight. uh, so you just have to be cautious in this market. Like one bad news in the morning or during the trading hours, and market will give back all its gain. In case of S&P 500, so we are just following this channel of rising wedge, and we have this resistance, we have this support at 4694, and the next resistance is around like 4698. So we are very close to that resistance. So let's see what happens when it either it can it will test this resistance and pull back a little bit more towards the lower resistance of this channel, and lower resistance of this trend line, and then it can push higher, or it can push through the resistance, retest the upper resistance of this trend line, and then pull back a little bit more. So these two scenarios you need to consider. If we broke down, then we have this 4694 as a support, where we might retest and bounce back from there. But overall market looks bullish, but anything any bad news and it will turn bearish in a blink of an eye. So just keep that in mind. So let's talk about the today's trade. So today I took a trade on ISIG. So ISIG is a kind of like a runner from the previous day, and I didn't take a look at like what was the news related to this stock. But anyhow, it's not important. The price action that matters the most, price action and the volume that matters the most when you are taking the trade. So it popped up in the morning right before the market opened. I couldn't take the trade over there. Then it was consolidating sideways, so I just ignore it, because I was expecting it to pull back a little bit more and lost and lose all its momentum. So I didn't pay attention. But when it started gapping up, and when it went into the halt, I started watching it. I couldn't I was not sure whether to enter into this trade, so that's why I stayed away from it, and I was just watching the action. And it was just forming, it was just making like nice bull flag right over here, breakout, went into the halt, and this is where I took my first trade. And this first trade was not like a calculated entry. It was just purely based on the FOMO, because I missed this move, and even before that I missed this move, these two big moves. So I was kind of like a frustrated, and I entered into the trade. And even though it was like a small share size, I get in and get out quickly. No, didn't get much of a profit over there. My second trade was right around here at 1042, where I bought 100 shares at 2038 and sold it for 2004. So got a good chunk of 50-60 cents over there. Another small winner trade. Just bought 50 shares right around 11:29 with 22.31 and sold it for 22.77. So somewhat around like 30-35 cents profit over there for 50 shares. And as day progresses, like it started coming down and started making this huge cup shape formation, which is completed over here. And then again, I was waiting for the pullback during the market, during the closing hours of market, which is usually called as a power hour. So I was waiting for it to flush again, and I have got that opportunity right over here. It hold this resistance pretty nicely around 2038, and then it bounced back quickly. So my fills were good. I jumped into the trade when it flushed, um like on this red candle, but it flushed even more, so I had to add 50 shares. Then I sold 100 shares at 22.77. So nice, decent, like not a big winner, but yeah, added some $10-15 over there. This was the another example, like it broke out from this consolidation, to um then went almost up to $22.41, big spike, flush back, got into this trade, had to buy like three times during this pullback because I wanted to average down my cost. And then I sold all 150 shares at 1975. So that was the other trade. That was the last trade that I took. It was a fifth trade. So total five trades, and ended up making $151. Here is my PNL. Total traded shares 450, and made $150.13. Nothing uh drastic or significant, but considering the market condition and holding myself from chasing the stock when it was moving higher, that was a good strategy. I controlled my emotions, risk, and didn't get into the FOMO. And even though I take multiple trades on the same stock, I ended up making good chunk of money. So that's very important. Focusing on the best hits. Base hits are very important for you to build account. You will get home runs, like 3-4 home runs in a month, but those are not sufficient to grow your account. Base hits are important. Base hits are like this, where you earn consistently day after day. That builds your account and help you to grow your account. And at the same time, it grows your experience, so it's like a double-edged sword over there. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you learned something from this video. If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thanks for watching. See you again in next trade recap. Bye.